Welcome back, I guess, if you're watching the actual video and not on the stream. I love Starfield. I love Starfield so freaking much. I had such high hopes for myself or for this game, and I know that I shouldn't have. I should not have had these high hopes because they call it Bethesda for a reason, right? But man, have I just had an amazing time. I'm just checking my stream here. I've got to play for about 3.5 hours, so that is my total playtime so far. I have just had an absolute blast. This game is everything that I hoped it would be, and I'm so freaking happy. And for context, I have really mixed feelings about RPGs because I feel like they're really slow, but within these 3.5 hours, I have did my character customization, joined Constellation, got my ship, fought multiple bands of pirates, fought some cultists, fought like a group of scavengers. I've explored, I want to say 1, 2, sorry, I'm just trying to think, 3, 4, 5, 4 planets for sure. And then I was on the outskirts of at least 1 or 2 others. I have met and talked to multiple characters. I've gotten to experience, the shop. And I am just so freaking happy with everything I've gotten to see and do so far. I don't know. It just, it feels like I've done so much in so little amount of time. I don't know. I love Constellation. The group seems really cool. I love Vasco. I love his personality. We're running around with him. He just says the funniest things, and it's amazing. This is just an emotional reaction to this game. These are just genuinely my first impressions, my first thoughts. I am just blown away by this game. Let me try and structure this just a little bit. Bethesda. They call it Bethesda for a reason. Overall, I have not encountered a single game-breaking bug. There are a couple times where Vasco was looking a little funny. There was, it definitely needs some touch-ups, especially in the more populated cities where a lot's happening. The game does not look the best. It kind of gives me cyberpunk vibes, just visually, as it was straining to load everything in, but it doesn't have the bugs, if that makes sense. I just want to be clear on that. I did notice a couple times I would try and crouch, and it wouldn't crouch. Actually, no, I think that's it. In terms of bugs or things not working exactly how I'd hope they would, very minuscule things. And maybe as I get further into the game, it's going to continue to get worse, or I'll run into more issues. Especially because I know, what is it, I think Steam has a 2-hour refund policy, so a lot of games make sure their first 2 hours are super polished, and that way you pass that 2-hour point, and then you hit a lot of the bugs, and you can't refund it. Really super crummy practice, but like I said, I'm here over 3.5 hours, still running great, but I might run into more bugs later. I'm really intrigued with the story. I'm very curious about what's going to happen next. What are these artifacts, right? It seems like they're trying to tell some sort of an alien story, and that seems awesome. I'm definitely hoping we find, intelligent life out there. But I like the mystery behind it. I'm also super curious as to what happened to Earth. I went and explored Earth for 10 to 20 minutes. I just flew around to different parts of Earth trying to see if I could find a city or something. And it literally was just all this barren wasteland. No trees, no animals, no buildings. It's just sand and rocks everywhere. And how bad did we as a humanity mess up to make Earth that dead? So I really want to know what happened to Earth. I Love the gameplay. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm trying to think of things to talk about. And it's less of I don't really have anything to talk about, more of there's so much to talk about, and I love it. Gameplay is fantastic. Fantastic. It feels really great to shoot. The movement feels really good. I would love a slide. There might be, like, it might be something you can unlock, just not something I have at the moment. Also, my forehead is freaking massive. I've got my viewfinder here, and my forehead is massive. Yeah, shooting is great. Movement is great. The guns, I don't think it's... something I talk about in a lot of my reviews is how good it feels to shoot the guns. Because it's such a weird thing that I don't... Like, I wouldn't think of it as being important, and yet it is super important. And it feels really good. It's not the best game I've ever played in terms of, like, gunplay, but it is still pretty solid. It is very good. And then the enemies feel fun to fight. I'm hoping to encounter more enemy types as we go along. I'm definitely excited as we unlock. I think there was some sort of like force-like abilities in the trailers. I really want to find out more about those. What I really wanted to talk about gameplay-wise, though, was the ship flying. It looked so boring in the trailers. I'm sorry, Bethesda, your marketing team did a really good job with all the trailers, but watching the ship combat just looked boring. And I'm going to equate this to like golf, where like it's not fun to watch, but it's fun to play. At least that's what I've heard. I've never actually played real golf. But it just felt so good to fly the ship. And the ship combat was really good. And the ship, the laser noises are really good. Really good. Like, as a huge Star Wars fan, I love a good ship laser sound. Which also, check out my Star Wars podcast, Animal Squadron, available wherever you listen to your podcast. New episode today. I was just blown away by it. And I really loved all the different modes you can do with your ship. Like, you have your first and your third person perspective, but then you also just have a view mode. In first person perspective, you can kind of just like look around in the ship, like look up, and there's like a sunroof above you, and it's just so cool. A really nice detail. I don't know. I don't want to go too long on today's review because I have only played for 3 hours, and I'm probably still in like the tutorial, if I'm being honest, but I have loved every minute of playing this game, and I'm really excited to delve deeper. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you, even if you're watching on the stream or watching this as a like actual video. Again, you're all amazing. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Mother Goose out, everybody!